Hey, hello and welcome. In this video, we shall learn how to work with the Media Builder shortcodes of the Extreme Builder. As we can see, these are all the available media builders in the Extreme Builder. Let us take the builder to full screen mode. Alright, now the first builder that we have here is the accordion slider. Let's drag and drop the accordion slider inside the editor pane. Alright, you can see that as soon as I drag the accordion slider inside the editor pane, I get this accordion slider. Let me go inside and edit it. So what I can do is I can select custom images, or I can select the entries from blog posts to be shown in this accordion slider. I can select the categories to be shown. So let me select all the categories for now, and I also can select the number of entries to be shown in this slider. So let me make it 6 categories at once. I can set the offset of the posts. I can also select the image size of the accordion. I can give it a slide title, so the title will display, and I can also display title with excerpt and on active and deactive slides I can select not to display any title at all as well. So I can also disable the excerpt from here. I can select if I want to have an auto sliding, so I can just put time duration is 2 seconds and then click on the save button. As soon as I save it, I can see that I now have 6 slides in the accordion slider, and these are all blog posts. Alright, so in this way I can work with the accordion slider. It's a very interesting and very easy form of slider to showcase our blog posts. I've also created a sample accordion slider so as to show you how it will finally look on the page. We have it here, and we can see that this is the title of the accordion slider. Let's move on to the next shortcode. So inside the media builder, next we have is the customer slider. So using the customer slider, we can basically display the logos of our customers or partners, or the brands that have featured us. So I'm just going to select these images, just for the sake of demo right now, and I'm just going to insert these images. Alright, now all these images have been inserted. I can go and edit the caption and set a redirect URL for each of the image. I'm just going to set a caption for this image. So let's say this is the image customer 1, image customer 1. Alright, I'm just going to save this here, and now we can see that we can also have paddings to each of these images, and I can select how many columns I want to have in this customer slider. So let's say I want to have 3 images or 3 logos in the slider. I can also give it a heading, so customer slider heading, and I can also select an image size. So right now I'm just selecting no scaling, and let's see what we have. And I can also select if I want to display a border on the image or no border at all, and I can select if I want to display the slider as a grid or a slider. So let's just select a slide right now, and I can select the animation from slide and fade. I can select if I want to enable or display the slider controls, or display the control as arrows or as dots. So let it be arrows for now, and I can always select the auto slide as yes, and slide time duration is 3 seconds is fine. So let me just save it. There we go. As soon as I save it, you can see that we now have a customer slider, and when I publish this page, what I can see is all these will be sliding across the page. Okay, let's just wait for the link. There we go, the page has updated, and let's open it in a new tab. Alright, so as you can see, this is the slider, and it slides in every 3 seconds, and I can also add paddings if I want, because these are all coming very close right now. So I can add more paddings to the top and bottom, and this way we can show the customer slider, and image customer 1, this is the caption that we selected, it is coming in the tooltip. Alright, I can also slide this manually using this arrow controls that we selected. Had we selected dot controls, we would have had 2 dots here, and that could have been used to manually slide the slider. I've also created a custom page so as to show how we can showcase our partners using the slider, and this is how we can show various brands and stuff like that. And this is the grid mode, so this is the slider mode and this is the grid mode. Alright, so that's all with the customer slider. Let's move ahead and see what we have in the next shortcut of the media builder. Alright, full width slideshow. So I just selected a full width slideshow over here. Let me go and set up the full width slideshow. I can add multiple images. So let me add some images from the media library. Let me add this. Okay, and I'm just gonna click on the insert image. If I click on each of these images, I can edit the settings inside them. So I can select if I want this slide to be an image slide or a video slide. So when I click on the video slide, I can either directly upload MP4, WEBM or OGV video directly from here, or I can just give a YouTube URL. So this first slide will showcase that YouTube video. Alright, I can also set a fallback image in case the video takes some time to load, and I can set the video size from here, and I can select if I want to hide video controls or mute the video, loop the video, disable autoplay and stuff like that. I can give slide caption, caption title, font size. So slide caption is slide 1 maybe, and font size is default, and caption text is this is slide description text, and I can give the text font size, and caption positioning can be bottom frame, center frame, and I can select from 6-7 options over here. I can also have a redirect URL in case someone clicks on the slide, and I can also provide some custom colors to the fonts in the caption title and the caption content. I can also have a overlay over the image if I want. Let's just save this here right now, and okay, by mistake I just left it as a video slide. Let me just change it to image slide, and we can see that automatically that image comes back, and this is it. Now once we are set adding options and setting up features of each of these individual slides, we have some generic options that will apply to all the slides in the full width slideshow. So I can have the size of the image that I want, and I can select if I want to stretch the image so that it fits the full width of the page, or leave the image to its own size. And I can have a animation, so I can select a slide up and down or a fade kind of animation. Let me select a slide up and down, and auto slide I'm going to make it yes, and I can select if I want to stop the auto slide on the last slide or not by using this checkbox. I can also give a slide time duration, so let's just make it 3 seconds, and slider control settings is default. I can make it minimal or hidden. Use first slide caption as a permanent caption. If we select this, all the slides will have the same caption, and I can also add a fallback background image to the slideshow images. Alright, so once this is done, I'm just going to click on the save button, and there we go. We can see that we have a slider, and this is the slide title and text section, and it is scrolling from bottom to top as we had selected. So this is how we can make use of the full width slideshow. And as the name suggests, this full width slideshow will ensure that the image spreads across the full width of the page. Alright, so this is all with a full width slideshow. Let's move on to the next shortcut, that is the full screen slider. Now it is very important to understand the difference between the full width and the full screen slider. Full width slider will stretch across the width of the page, but the height is not essentially the height of the screen or the browser. But in the case of the full screen slider, the slider will adjust the image so that it necessarily occupies the complete screen. Alright, so let's just see a full screen slider in action. So what I'll do is I'll just quickly drag and drop a full screen slider into the editor pane. I'll maybe take it to the full screen mode, and now I'm just going to quickly add multiple images from the media library. So this, and alright, I've had enough. And once again I can go inside this and select if I want to have a video, and almost all the settings are the same as that of the full width slider. So I'm just going to click on the save button over here. Again, these settings are same, and let's just click on the save button and see how the full screen slider appears. Now as you can see that the full width and the full screen looks almost similar right now, but let me just publish each of these pages and look at the difference in real time. Alright, the pages have been published. Let's open the link in a new tab. Okay, so this is the full width slider. As you can see that this slider's height is not necessarily the height of the complete screen, but it is limited to a certain extent, and it spreads to the width of the page. Alright, whereas this is the full screen slider. So if I come here, you can see that the slider will spread across the whole screen. Okay, so this is the basic difference between the full screen. So this is the full screen slider, and you can see that it actually the image comes to the bottom of the screen. In case I remove this breadcrumb bar, still the image will occupy the complete position after this menu. Alright, after the theme menu. So this is how the full screen slider will function. Let me just quickly show you how to remove the breadcrumb bar, and enter options, and display title, and hide both title and breadcrumbs. Alright, so I'm just going to update this, and once this is updated, I'll just refresh this page. So I expect that the breadcrumb bar will be removed, and you can see that even after the removal of the breadcrumb bar, this full screen slider will have the complete height of the screen and will also spread across the screen at the same time. So this is the difference between the full screen and the full width slider. Let's quickly move on to the next shortcode. So inside the media builder, the next shortcode is the gallery section. Now gallery section is a very interesting section, and as soon as I put the gallery section, you can see that it is automatically picking up some images in the gallery. Let me just quickly go and add a few images into the gallery from the media library. So I'm just going to select the images randomly, and once I'm done, I'll add these images to the gallery. Once these images have been added, I can add a caption to each of this image. Otherwise, if I don't add a caption, it will take up the normal title of the image with which it was imported. I can also reverse the order of this image by using this button over here. And once I'm done, I'll just click on the insert gallery button over here. So these elements have been inserted into the gallery. In case I want to edit the images, I can just click on it and once again go and edit the captions. Alright, so I am satisfied with this right now. I can set the gallery style as small thumbnails, which was visible when we just added the gallery shortcode, and either with a big image with slide thumbnails below, or a big image while the other images can be accessed only by the lightbox. So let me select it as big image with thumbnails below, and I can select the size of the images to be displayed, and I can force the same size for all big preview images. So even if an image is small, the image will be stretched so that it occupies the size of the bigger image. And gallery preview image size I can set from here. I can select the columns in the gallery, and I can select if I want to open the images in a lightbox or in the same browser window, in a new browser window, or to take no action at all whenever an image is clicked. And I can also have a animation to the gallery, and I can select when the animation appears. So the animation can either be appearing while the div loads or when the page loads. Alright, so let's just click on the save button and see how the gallery looks now. So we have this big image over here, and then we have these images below it. In case I take a container section like a 50% section and then drag and drop this gallery section inside the 50% section, you can see that the gallery section will look like this. So once I'm done, I'll just publish this page and then open it in a new tab to show how this gallery will look in the real time. So let the page load. There we go. So we can see that this is how the gallery will appear, and when I hover on the images, these images will change like this. So this is again a very interesting gallery feature, and I can also have just small gallery images like this in case I don't want this bigger image. And if I click on this, it will open in Lightbox, and from here also I can scroll the various images. So this was the gallery section, and now let's quickly move on to the next shortcode that we have, and let's go and have a image section. Alright, so as the name suggests, image section can be used to add images to the page. Alright, so let me just quickly go and add an image to the image section, and I'm going to add this image and insert it. Alright, and I can set the alignment of the image, center, left, right, or I can set it to no special alignment. I can also have an animation to this image from these options. I can select the styling if I want to have a circular image or no styling at all. I can also set an image hover effect, and I can set a redirect URL or an image caption. So image caption gets yes. This is image caption text, and again when I have an image caption, I have the option for the font size of the caption and caption styling to always display it or only on hover. I can also have an opacity in case I want on the image, so I can set the darkness of the opacity from 0.1 to 1 and then the color of the opacity. So once this is done, I'm just going to click on the save button, and there we go. So we have an image along with the caption, and when I hover, the opacity goes. So this is how we can make use of the image section in the media builders. Let's quickly move on to the masonry gallery, and for that I'm just going to open a new tab and drop the masonry gallery quickly inside the editor pane. Alright, so you can see that this is the kind of masonry gallery that is going to come over here. Let me add a few images to the gallery from the media library. So 1, 2, 3, 6, and maybe a couple more, that's all. So I'll just quickly add these images to the gallery. Again, I can give this as a caption, so caption 1 maybe, and I'll just insert these images into the gallery. I can select the number of images to be displayed per page, and I can also select the number of columns I want. So let's say I want 3 columns, and I can select if I want to display a pagination with a load mode button at the bottom. I'm going to select a load mode button this time around, and I want it to be a perfect grid, and I can select if I want to have a large gap or no gap. Let me select a no gap this time around, and I can have a hover animation selected or disabled, and I can also select if I want to display title and caption, so I'm going to display just the title. And meta on hover only, I can select if I want to display this meta settings only on hover or to always display them. I can also open these images in a Lightbox, and I can give a custom CSS ID to this particular masonry gallery, and then give a custom CSS to this from the extreme options panel to get my customized styling to this masonry gallery. So once this is done, I'll just click on the save button, and there we go. So we have this masonry gallery, and this is the load more button. And if in case I publish this, what will happen is I'll get this link ready, and when I open it in a new tab, I will get a masonry gallery right over here. There we have a 3-column masonry gallery. Alright, if I click on the load more button, I expect that it will load more images. There we go. So this is how we can have a masonry gallery, and there is also a nice hover animation when I hover on this. So that's all with the masonry gallery. Let's quickly move forward to the next shortcode of the media builders, and that is the revolution slider. So the revolution slider comes as a part of the Extreme Builder. All I have to do is go and edit the revolution slider, and right now I have 4 sliders uploaded, so I can select any slider from here. Let me select the Ken Burns slider right now, and I'm just going to click on the save button. Let me just also deactivate the breadcrumb and title bar and publish this page. Alright, so the page has been published. Let's just open this link in a new tab and see how the revolution slider gets applied to this page. So yeah, there we go. So we have this slider over here, and it's really an interesting thing. And this is how we can apply the revolution slider in the Extreme Builder. Alright, let's quickly move on to the next section, and this time we have the slideshow. So we have seen a full width slideshow, a full screen slideshow, and now we have a simple slideshow. So the simple slideshow is actually a slideshow which we can apply anywhere on the page, and not necessarily at the top of the page somewhere. So let me just show you. I'll just quickly add a couple of images, maybe a couple more, into the slider, and once again I can edit the options of each of these images. I can set a video slide if I want, and slider caption title, and the options are almost similar to the other two sliders. And I can select the slideshow image size and all, and auto slide options. The slide options are almost similar to this. It's just that the full screen and the full width slider will stretch across the full width of the page, and they cannot be contained by other container elements, whereas this slideshow shortcode can be contained in other container elements. So I just dropped a 50% element section to the bottom of the editor pane, and now I'm just going to drag this inside this. So you can see that this section gets contained under the 50% section, and this time if I publish the page and open this link in a new tab, there I have it. So this slider can come even in a small container element, and it slides like this. Had I added a caption and all, it would have come over here. So this is all with the slideshow shortcode. Let's quickly move on to the next builder section, and that is the video section. As the name suggests, the video section can be used to add videos to the page. So I can insert a video from here. I'll just quickly go here, and what I can do is I can either upload my own video. So in order to upload my own video, I have to add a video by clicking on this button and then add the video to the media library. Or otherwise what I can do is I can actually add a Vimeo or YouTube URL directly. So I have this YouTube URL ready with me. I'm just going to enter it here, and then I'm just going to save it. So as soon as I save it, this section automatically catches the YouTube video. If I publish this page and open this in a new tab, I can expect to see a YouTube video that I just added in the video section on this page. So here we go, we have this page. I've also created a sample page for you wherein I can show you how we can add videos to the page. So this video is added to the full 100% section, and again this is a Vimeo video added to the 100% section, and these two videos are contained by 50% container sections each, and these by 33% container sections. So this way I can put the video section inside other container elements and manipulate how I want the video to occupy the space on my page. So this is how it can be done, and that is all with the media builders of the Extreme Builder. I hope that you've enjoyed watching this video, and thanks for watching.